Hey everyone, my name is Brittany.
And I'm Kelvin.
And we are going to show you our little adventure to Victoria, BC we took in June for our first year wedding anniversary.
Yeah, it was a really awesome trip and we took a ton of videos out there, so we're excited to piece it together and take you guys along on our journeys.
How long can you walk around without knowing? How long will it take till your faith is broken?
So when we arrived to Victoria, we got on a bus, we went up to Bear Mountain, which is where our Airbnb was, and when we saw our Airbnb, our jaws like hit the floor because there's mountains in the background and there's this tree house and it's on stilts like in the forest and it's the coolest thing ever. We walked upstairs and it's just all an octagon, all open, and it's just like very gorgeous.
If you don't already know, Victoria is a beautiful city. So we decided to take this next day venturing around, taking in the sights and the different places to experience that Victoria has to offer.
So long till the pain this heart is holding. What's wrong when the days we have are golden? Will you hold on while the world outside is frozen? Well, I know we never really know. So give me out.
So the next morning we woke up just energized, ready to take in the sights, hike a mountain, whatever we could do in that day. So we went down to Bear Mountain town and asked a local and he's like, yeah, you can go hike Mount Finlayson. It's like a 2-hour top hike.
2 hours.
Easy. We're like, oh yeah, we'll do that in the morning. We'll take it from there. We're just here at the base of Mount Finlayson. It's the main mountain here at Bear Mountain Resort. And we're excited to go up. Hopefully we don't die on the way. Maybe we see some bears. It's gonna be good. I don't know what we're doing. We might be doing something wrong because like we passed a couple and then we just passed like old lady and old man. They look like they were doing fine. We're like out of breath.
Yeah, it's sweating. It's so hot.
It's sweating.
Before we went down, we asked the local if which way we were going to go down, if that's the correct way to go to Bear Mountain, and they're like, oh yeah.
So we started hiking our way down the face of the mountain.
The face.
We hiked down quite a ways. Quite a bit of time passed by and we eventually started hearing cars on a highway. And we knew nowhere near our village there was any sort of highway. It was a pretty remote residential area we stayed at. So we're like, we are in the wrong area, Brittany. What is going on? And we went down to that highway and we see this sign and it says, you are here. And we were on the opposite side of the mountain.
Well, we've been hiking for probably literally 30 kilometers and we don't know where we're going. And now we are to a road and we're very, very, very far away from our Airbnb.
We're like miles away.
Miles away. And we're right, the Trans-Canada Highway is that way. This should be interesting.
After going back up the mountain quite a ways, and then the sun starts to set, Brittany's starting to get worried. We saw this little cave. She thought there was a bear. There was no bear. But we called it. We're like, okay, we're going down. We're going back to that highway. went down to the highway, and we called a taxi. And then I was tired at this point. I don't know why Brittany wasn't tired, but I just like sat against a sign, leaned up against my backpack, and I just like fell asleep. And time passes. I don't know, it was like 45 minutes, maybe an hour later. I wake up and I'm like, Brittany, we're still here. It's starting to get dark, and it's
The
like
bears are gonna come eat us.
we need to figure this out. And so the taxi couldn't find where we were because there's so many entrances to this park. It was really hard to explain. And what we ended up doing is just asking some locals, and we hitchhiked from these really nice guys, and they drove us all the way back to the town we were staying at, and we were right done. This is like evening time already. We got some food, went to our Airbnb, and we were just out, and that was that entire day.
So you cannot go to Victoria, BC in June without going whale watching.
Happens to be the peak time to check out these whales.
Yes.
And we went, signed up for this place, showed up there a couple hours later. We get all dressed up in these suits, hop in the front of the boat, call it the rodeo seat, and this was the fastest boat in the harbor, they said. And we just go out there and we're like crashing waves. It was pretty epic, and it's definitely something you got to do if you go to Victoria.
The scenery along the route, no fears and no problems. These moments are so kind, so kind. All the good comes in waves. I buy my time by the ocean, and at night I'm awake to feel the wake of your motion. And I want something that's feeling alright. Loose cannon, but still it won't fight. No need to leave, spend our whole lives. Another day in paradise.
Whale. We just finished whale watching.
We had a whaling.
Old, we'll look back and say some mistakes we made, they made us who we are. These games.
Our trip to Victoria was incredible. It was the perfect way to spend our first year wedding anniversary. And if you're ever thinking of going to Victoria, do it, because I already want to go back for like every vacation ever.
Yeah, it was incredible. Can't believe it was just a couple days.
I know, it was just a few days we were there.
Yeah. But thanks for watching this video, and like if you liked it, subscribe if you subscribed it, and have a good day.
Have a great day.
Another day in paradise.